Copper prices broke out to an all-time high last month, and I want to show you why this is a commodity worth trading. Is there another all-time high on the way? Welcome to the Zenfinex YouTube channel. My name is Connor. I'm the senior market analyst at the company. I regularly provide videos on various different markets, and today I'm going to be covering the copper market. And to do this, I'll run through the fundamentals driving the general price direction before spotting potential trading opportunities on the chart. Enjoy. If you're a regular watcher of my copper videos, then you can skip this first part, as it really is just an intro into what copper is for those who are unaware, because it may be the first time you're looking at copper, because not many people trade it, and I'm not sure why, because it's yielded some great returns over the last year or so. It's a really versatile commodity as well, and it has a wide range of applications. The most common are its importance to the electrical power industry, as well as electronic product manufacturing and the production of industrial machinery as well. And this is because it's such an inefficient conductor of electricity and heat, and copper is also used for many other things like construction projects, transportation vehicles and cookware as well. But in order to fully understand the fundamental outlook, we need to dive into what I think are the supply issues, which is what we're going to do now. They're global. The global inventories are said to be critically low, and as a result, Goldman Sachs analysts have predicted copper to reach in the mid-12,000s per tonne in the fourth quarter of this year. That's dollars. They also say that there could be a 374,000 tonne shortage of refined copper this year, which is double the estimates of the back end, what we saw at the back end of 2021. And this is one of the main reasons for me why copper prices remain fundamentally bullish. We're using these fundamentals to give us a bias. But there is also another boost working for copper prices at the moment, and that's the war in Ukraine. Has this been fully factored in? Some people believe so, but there is still scope for Putin to step up attacks on Russia, and the threat of chemical weapons, of course, will cause unwanted headlines. Russia does only account for 3.5% of global refined copper, but this is a market already desperate for a supply boost. Therefore, this won't help cool the prices, especially as sanctions on Russia are likely to make it harder to access Russian metals for the rest of the world, pretty much for the rest of this year. So to conclude, when you look at the outlook and the bias for copper prices, they remain positive, they remain bullish. Prices have been sort of stuck in a range, but we are grinding to the upside still. Supply issues are the main reason for the higher prices, aided by the war in Ukraine. But there's a great chance, in my opinion, that this market can create all-time highs within the next month of trading. Let's try and find a buying opportunity now. Okay, I'm looking at the chart for copper prices now. I'm on the daily chart, and I've kept in my drawings from what we had, and my markings from what I had in the previous forecast video for copper, because I just really wanted to show you the extent of really this range that we're trading at the moment. Because I find it quite interesting. We have this fundamental outlook, which of course is bullish from the reasons I just said, but we do seem to be sort of still stuck in this range without failing to really break out to the upside. Now in March, at the beginning of March, this candle here, you can see where we did actually break out to the upside, and I marked these levels as liquidity levels because there'd have been a lot of breakout traders right now who bought the market as soon as we saw sort of this candle we have here, and look what happened. We spiked into this liquidity, and we took all the liquidity, and we actually moved lower, but we moved into quite an important, I think, demand zone, sorry, not supply zone. Let's mark that really as our order block level, and you can see we tested this order block, and we then moved to the upside. So this price really is just sort of grinding to the upside. I would like to see if we're sort of following trend lines. You can see that we have this trend line sort of working for us as well. We may get a situation where we can get a long position from just below this trend line, and we can still have our stop loss sitting below this order block level that we have here, and then we can go looking towards first of all the highs at around 5 that we have here. But really, I'm looking for something like 5.25 in the next sort of month or so of trading, maybe a couple of months if it takes to get there, but I'll hold it once I'm in my 1R, which is you've risked 1% and you're up to 1% up. Once you're at that level, then you can put your stop loss to your entry level. This is the sort of trade that I'm going to be monitoring in our Discord channel, and the levels I like to see. If we were to get sort of a break below, because what we've had this liquidity grab, which actually is a bearish sign in my in my trading strategy, but I am not interested in selling unless we do get a clean break below this trend line, and not even just below this trend line, but below this order block level. If we were to get a break below this order block level, then I'd look for a retest of maybe the 50% of this candle that we have here. So it would look something like this. Stop loss just above here, and then targeting the bottom of the range. So I think at the moment, what we need to do, and that, by the way, that's a 4.4 risk reward trade. So I think what we need to do at the moment is we need to play the fundamentals at the moment, which are bullish. So we're looking for intraday trades up into and hopefully break this high here and look for new all-time highs, which is what I favour. But if that doesn't happen and the price action actually tells us we're bearish and we break below this order block level, below this trend line, then we can look for a retest and we can look to sell. We can still be bullish for copper, but we can look for just a short, medium-term sell to go and test the bottom of the trend line again, because before we actually move up and break all-time highs, we may get a liquidity grab and a move into this imbalance first. But let's have a look to see what price action tells us, and I'll provide an update to this in our Discord channel. If you want to be involved, drop your comments in the comment section. I'll send you a free link. We have lots of things and lots of exciting content planned on there for the foreseeable future, really. So that's it for my copper forecast. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you've given it a thumbs up. Make sure you drop your comments in the comment section on where you think copper prices are going over the next month or so. I'm fundamentally bullish. The technicals aren't as clear, but I still like to play the buying opportunities right now. Other than that, I hope you all have a great trading day, and I'll catch you all for the next forecast video, which will be tomorrow. Cheers.